Hi, hello people, it's Hunti, the footballer here, and welcome to my first video on this channel. Yeah, today I'm gonna show you how my predictions of the Euro 2020 went up and how good or how bad they was. They was. I mean I'm a bit nervous, but the first video is and how they went and how good or bad they were. And I'm gonna show you here today. And overall, this channel will be about my passion about football or soccer in American English. And I'm enthusiastic about this. And I'm not into editing videos, so it was gonna be so amateur looking, and yeah, you see the smile on my face, and I want to for now reveal my do the face reveal, but I guess you will see you see something in the screen, some reflection of my face. I don't know, or I will show you just a second of my face. Okay. Yeah, they do upside down maybe, haha, because I'm a bit crazy. I'm Polish. I'm fully Polish. I have the special jersey for today, Polska, from Euro 2020 or 2020. I don't know if English or Americans, how do you say it? And no, anyway, in Polish is Euro 2020. No, także to euro. And I'm from Poland. I'm filming it in Poland in my home. I guess who the whole thing. Hello, and yeah. Listen, guys, I'm recording it exactly 2 months after the Euro 2020 final, in which Italy beat England on penalties after equalizing 1-1 by Bonucci goal. And I was I was hoping Italy would win it, and they were one of my two favorites. The first one was Portugal. I was hoping by heart that they will defend the trophy. Cristiano Ronaldo will be the most the more trophy. I could hear the words. Have the most trophies from the the over bowlers, the in recent years, I believe, and all the polls believe that Robert Lewandowski joined them, but they will make a sign in history that this was an era of two super over footballers, okay? Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, or Cristiano Ronaldo, like they say in Portugal, and Ronaldo will be the most international, has the most international trophies from the two, because Messi won the Copa America. It was I think it was the night before the the final here in Europe. So Yeah. And I am recording this exactly 2 months after the final, so so I'm doing it. What do you see? Is mm, September 11th. You know how September is in Polish. You will be surprising. It's a hard word for you, English speakers. It's wrzesień. No. And 11 września, 11th. September 11th, we know what happened this day already 20 years ago. So never forget, they changed New York, changed America, changed the Eastern world and whole world. I think, and many think like that, and it was like that. So let me begin scrolling. What is it? Roberto Mancini. We're gonna skip the games. Of course, the top scorer was Cristiano Ronaldo, and I don't know why they don't show Patrick Schick, who had less assists but the same amount of goals. Skills showcase was also who became the assist king. I really don't remember. You can write it in the comments if you if you came across this video somehow, because this channel is small. Small is very less said for now, and I'm gonna do the channel trailer for this channel later, so I don't know if this will help the range of this channel. So how the 142 goals went in. Back. So 142 gole, 142. Lowdown, what is it? Videos, okay. Italy's road to glory. Maybe I'll do a reaction for that, or maybe and say some story about it. How I lived Euro 2020. Assis Zuber, okay. Steven Zuber from Switzerland. Szwajcaria, Swiss. Highlights of semifinals and final groups. Oh, one thing here. In Group A, group of Italy and Switzerland were the favorites, and Wales surpassed Switzerland. That's one surprise. And second is that Turkey went 0 points last place in the group with and with 1 goal and -7 goal difference. It's crazy how they were picking as the dark horses, czarny koń of the tournament before the tournament, and I also had them. You will see in this video how I had them in among my favorites that can easily reach a quarterfinal, as they have beaten France, yeah, in what is in Nations League? No, in qualifiers to the Euro, I guess. So it was 2 years ago. But this year in the World Cup 2022 Qatar qualifiers, they are also fire and doesn't seem to stop them. Okay, so what? Italy won Group A, Belgium won Group B, Netherlands won Group C, England won Group D, Sweden surprisingly won Group E, and Poland went on the last place. That's horrible for us, but it's not as disappointing as in the previous big tournament of Poland, the 2018 World Cup, FIFA World Cup in Russia. And because here we drawed with Spain. That's a big holy, the words. It's a big achievement. And the World Cup 2, actually 3 years later, 3 years earlier, we were totally crushed by and trashed by Colombia 0-3. Only the first 20 minutes of the game for Real was good for us, and we were dominating the first half of the first half. So yeah. The Polish still can't believe we lost against Slovakia, and that was so embarrassing to the world, I think. Yeah. But then was the good game versus Sweden. We lost only in the extra, the injury time, right? At that time. So yeah, this year our defense, our obrona is lacking. I think Kamil Glik is not in the best shape anymore. The Bednarek is not that not that experienced. Who the heck is there? What are you doing now? Hey! Co się drzesz? Zamknij No. So, yeah. But Spain reached the semi-final with not the best, honestly, not the best generation. Only Busquets and Pique was and Alba from the golden generation that lastly won the Euro 2012 on our land, on our soil in Poland and Ukraine. And Group F, where was the group of death, actually, France, Germany, and Portugal, were all the three winners of every major tournament since 2014. Germany won, then Euro 2016 Portugal won against France in the final, by the way, and then FIFA Confederations Cup 2017 Germany won with young squad with captain Julian Draxler or something they pronounce it in Germany. And of course, World Cup 2018. I was to say 19, but 2018. It wasn't 2 years ago, it was 3 years ago. France won against Croatia, and Hungary, the absolute underdog of his group, who done very well. They were defending with 0 goals against Portugal in their first match for 80 minutes. Actually, they lost 0 3-0 Portugal won, but yeah, that was a good impression of them. Also, they came strong against France and Germany. They drew with them, so incredibly good for the team that is supposed to be absolutely trashed by the three giants here. And so what is these groups? Okay. Those cities were Amsterdam, Baku, Bucharest, Budapest, Copenhagen, Glasgow, London, Munich, Rome, St. Petersburg, and Sevilla. So we're gonna move to gaming games, and also I will warn you. I will pre-say you that what. Oh, okay. So, what is this, man? So I'm not able to check my predictions, right? And how about this? Okay, I will talk about it, but how it went, I don't know because, oh man, maybe I'm doing it a bit too late because I was to I was to check. Maybe my face. Yes, it's only face, I show you. It's a bit of shame. I don't know how much points I earned. I was to say to you, I was going that just before the tournament, the Euro 2020, I created a new UEFA account for I don't know if it's legal. But I think many people do it. But on the first, and the goal was the first. I on the first account I already have done predictions for the knockout round of the UEFA Champions League of 2020-2021 season, because I have account since 2 years, will be in November, when I picked the 2019 UEFA Team of the Year. Holy, 80 minutes already of the film, of the video, of the movie, of the movie. Nice joke. Okay. And yeah, I picked the team like 2 times, and I also was able to pick the FIFA Player of the Year, or now it's called the best FIFA football award. So of course I chose Robert Lewandowski, our orzeł Polski, the eagle of Poland, the pride of Poland and Polish football, the best probably footballer in Polish football, the best, or some people say the best since Kazimierz Dejna and Zbigniew Boniek. You should Google the two, and also players like Andrzej Szarmach, Grzegorz Lato, Włodzimierz Lubański. Włodzimierz Lubański is the one whose record was unbeaten to 2017 of the goals in Polish in the Polish football team, national football team, like reprezentacja Polski. In Polish we say Polish representation. Of representation of Poland, and it was 48 goals, and in 2017 in FIFA World Cup qualifiers, nobody else than Robert Lewandowski, Robert Lewandowski, Robert Lewandowski, you say, broke it, and yeah. So if you don't know the 5 or 6 players I said, you can Google them. Google, what a strange word anyway. Anyways, okay, people, and the second account was to the first account. I I made the predictions of the UCL in the spring of this year by, I can say, by heart. So how I wish the games will go, not how I predict they actually can go. Will go. But the goal of the second account was to what I am thinking about right now. Oh. The chair is old, and yeah. And the second account was to I think how I would say it by brain, by my mind, how we say it, because yeah. So my heart said Portugal and my brain said Italy. Italia, in Polish Włochy we say it strangely. Yeah, it's still recording. I could check, and yeah, because my mind said Italy. People say France, but you know they won 3 years ago, and maybe someone else, like the Belgium was favorite, Spain of course, and Germany, Netherlands who are back on the top, and who else? Of course, England who reached the finally, and Italy. They were maybe the biggest favorites, but in my mind they were in the 4 biggest favorites. England I didn't consider because we know them as the major tournaments, and the pressure was gigantic after the 4th place on the World Cup with a lot better squad than in 2018. So I wouldn't expect them to go further than quarterfinal, maybe semi-final, eliminated by Belgium or Italy or Portugal or France. They were my 4 favorites, so I picked on my 2 accounts. First I picked Portugal. They were eliminated by, who would guess it, Belgium in the round of 16, and Italy, who eventually won it. So I don't know how many I would win if I had put it on the betting, some betting on Italy before the tournament. So yes. And what else? What else? What else? No, I expected also Turkey to be the dark horse of the tournament, and the funny situation was group the group F, when where I on my first account I put Germany on the bottom and Hungary above them. I think I've put it Hungary, Węgry, Polish, our best friends in Europe, over Portugal or France on the second place, I think. So it was crazy, man. I like to do some crazy predictions on my first account, especially. So what else? I think I'm finished with Euro. Maybe I should do a reaction video to that film of the Italy road to the final, road to the trophy. What else? So today is September 11th. So can I show you my calendar, Polish calendar? These are names because we celebrate name day. Here in the west of Poland, it's not that popular, but we do it. So it's September. It's in weather, in climate change, of course. It seemed to be no summer, no lato, no more, because the temperatures, if some Americans or English are here, so we in main Europe, continental land, see them in Celsius degrees. So we have now about 15 to 20 degrees Celsius, 15 do 20 stopni Celsjusza in Polish. So yeah, this is my messy room. So here is today. It's Saturday, sobota, Samstag in German. I poniedziałek, wtorek, środa, czwartek, piątek, sobota i niedziela, Sunday, Sonntag, Saturday. So yeah. And so here's Sunday, here's Monday, and on Tuesday and Wednesday, of course, the UEFA Champions League, man, is going to happen. Is beginning. You know, maybe but or not. So I will show you this is my bracket to the final from my second account, I guess. Yeah, this is the knockout bracket. So only on I have it still on my background of my laptop, of my computer, laptop, Dell, the best company. So I predicted Belgium to go over Portugal on my second account. At first, I of course predicted Portugal to go to the final and win the final. So here I predicted Italy go over Austria. That's obvious, but it was extra time there. So Austria did defended well against Italy. I also remember the crossbar of Immobile. It almost came into the, as we in Polish say, okienko or okno, the window of the goal. But who scored there? In extra time, Chiesa. Chiesa? No. Chiesa. And Pessina, of course. So here's France over Switzerland. Here also on both of my accounts, I predicted France to go over Switzerland. It was obvious, and like 95% of people in the surveys predicted that, and surprisingly, Switzerland came. We know how this is, for me, it's ridiculous to ridiculous to uh, to take the last penalty for the absolute youngster who's not experienced in getting the pressure on his neck. I don't know how to say in Polish. And yeah, it went Switzerland. It was more curious. It was a very exciting Euro, very curious. And Croatia, España, España. I like Spanish language, but I like more Italian language too, Croatia, Spain. Here I on my first account predicted Spain. They won eventually on the what here. On extra time only. So Croatia, like exactly like Switzerland. It was on the same day. The two matches were equalized from the 2 goals difference. France was winning with Switzerland 3-1, and Spain was winning with Croatia 3-1. The difference is that here Switzerland came further, advanced to the quarterfinals, and here Spain, the clearly better side of the match. Also, we remember the the error of Unai Simon, the Spanish goalkeeper. So the second side of the bracket, the the less trophy. I can't look. I can seek the word. I can't find it. The most trophy. No, I don't know. So here I predicted Ukraine on my first account. I predicted Sweden. Here I predicted Germany. They were obviously England's most they're the toughest opponent for them. The England faced Ukraine in the quarterfinal and Denmark in the semi-finals. So Denmark, we know what happened, and they advanced through extra time, and in Italy they lost. So beside Italy, Germany was on paper, theoretically, the toughest opponent for them. Here, Netherlands was a huge favorite, but Czechs made their dark horse run and they won 2-0. Also, England won 2-0 with Germany here. So at the first account, I predicted England to go through. Here, Wales and Denmark. Denmark were theoretically better side, but Wales they have a heart to fight always. We saw it 5 years ago, and here also, as they finished second, only behind Italy and above Switzerland in their group. Then Czech Republic was obviously eliminated by Denmark in the quarterfinal, and so here I correctly predicted 1 on the second account, 1 quarterfinal, and it's Belgium, Italy, and I correctly predicted Italy to go through as they were my favorites on the second account to win the whole tournament. So it's France, Croatia. It was actually Switzerland, Spain, and Spain came through with the penalty shootout. Here it was England, Ukraine. England was won 4-0. Not Ukraine, Germany. Here was Czech, Wales. It was Czech, Denmark, and Denmark won 2-1, I think, from what I remember. And of course, we all remember still the semifinals and final. The semifinals, the first semifinal, I think it was on the 8th of July, 8 lipca in Polish, I think. And Italy defeated not France, but Spain on penalties. Holy, what emotions there! And the Jorginho winning penalty. Jorginho actually missed in the final. The Big Four saved it, but